When is your asking how you can be awesome, like a flower asking how it could be a blossom? If felines were philosophers with fur, would they claim living's purpose is to purr? What changes constantly yet stays the same, is wholly wild yet is fully tame? Do trees worry whether there's life after death, in limbs that reach to light and roots to depth? Does a leaf, when falling to the forest floor, wonder what its brief life as leaf was for? When Earth is seen from space, is every nation unmasked as a figment of human imagination? Do you cherish to hear a choir of crickets chirp, as no less sacred than the chanting in a church? Why stick to a story if when you stick, the sticking and story make you sick? Must we partition each field with a fence, as if only dualism could make any sense? Why chase a feeling like a butterfly, when if you try to clutch it, it will die? Why turn a meadow into a manicured lawn, its breathtaking beauty converted to yawn? Do apple trees think they can form their fruits without their sinking deep in darkness roots? What's purely chance yet synchronicity, coincidence yet planned and meant to be? Does a love triangle have a hypotenuse, and from a naughtiness knot, can it get loose? Is consciousness, it seemed, is in the head, received like radio frequencies instead? If time and space are relative, are there pieces, spouses, sisters, brothers, nephews, nieces? What do you do when all you thought you knew collapses, so you are in a world that's brand new? If time and space are relative to each other, are they a married couple, father, mother? Along a beautiful tree-lined bicycle trail, what's infinite in fortitude, yet frail? If at the crack of dawn, day breaks and we've awoken, why don't we have to fix what has been broken? If food for thought is like food on your plate, is consciousness cooking as you contemplate? Why are we you and I, not one but two? Or is this a real illusion that isn't true? Can we tune into minds like radio channels, collecting insight light like solar panels? If cold and hot our two opposing teams. May we meet in between the two extremes. Could we be temperate in our time together, like spring or autumn days of mild weather? Who gets to say what's normal and what's weird, driving opinions of others where they've steered? What vast outdoors extends beyond the room of all we think we know and we assume? If we've been polarized by what we've been told, shall we go toward the equator to not turn cold? Do plants that blossom late, like whitewood aster, show us that we needn't stress for blooming faster? Why can't we sip, as does a tall blue spruce, the yellow sunlight as life-sustaining juice? What is the ineffable floral fragrance of sunlight's petals made of radiance? Are we like the symbol pi that has in it, though it looks minuscule, the infinite? Do stories which we've made up or we've found keep us many stories high, cut from the ground? Are absolutely voluptuous limbs of an oak arboreal relatives of a woman they evoke? In life's tapestry that's sewn with countless needles, why are there 500,000 kinds of beetles? Why can't we change our colours as though geckos, and see like bats with sound by way of echoes? When offered a hand-me-down that doesn't fit, do you turn it down or blame yourself or it? How many things of all that we can know cannot be said with words, but with a piano? Do thoughts that gush like water from a hydrant inflame at times, fear fires like a tyrant? As we belong to life, though we be longing, can we perceive with senses of belonging? Our laws of nature science has revealed, unbreakable, or might they be repealed? Do laws of nature have an author who tells us what is and isn't possible to do? Why are the laws of nature what they are, obeyed by all, from person to planet to star? If laws of nature have an author, then where did that writer come from? With what pen? What's always insufficient, yet too much, as something we can grasp and yet can't touch? Arising from a rose, how is it an ascent of molecules inhaled becomes a scent. How is it when we pet a sweet dog's fur? It may make hardships softer to endure. What's deeper than the deepest human thought, yet has no depth, just like a period's dot? What's meticulously neat, yet also sloppy, and utterly original, although a copy? If lives like lines are parallel, does that mean they may never meet as well? When lives like lines are perpendicular, do they meet just at one point in particular? Are streams of consciousness too deep for standing, so we must float or swim, not understanding? What universe is measured not by width, but feeling for the person you are with? Do cutting words of people with opposing opinions bring far more tears to earth than cutting onions? Like birds from eggs, do words from our lips hatch and fly toward truths that they can never catch. Like monkeys can't conceive of calculus, is lots unknown, unfathomable to us. In pitch black darkness, petting a black cat's fur, have you felt that the universe can purr? When you feel all that's left is being a mourner, might you not see fresh joy around the corner? On summits facing north, south, west and east, can we dine on a panoramic vista feast? Horizon mesmerized, might we not see the life at hand in close proximity? As stars in the cosmos are fewer than atoms in you, aren't you composed of a cosmos too small to view? As your number of neurons is roughly equal to the Milky Way's stars, is your mind galactic too? If you have a bright idea, more than one, is each a bulb that's dim beside the sun? When it's your turn, the ball is in your court. But do you play at life as though a sport? Though you're not paid for any words you utter, may nonetheless they be your bread and butter. When you're all ears and all eyes are on you, is a mix of ears and eyes what others view? With bareness hard to bear, do you bear in mind there may be luscious realms you've yet to to find. If you conceive of joy, then sometime after, might you give birth to it as a burst of laughter. Do some fruits wish they would never turn ripe, and zebras sometimes wish they had no stripe? Would centipedes prefer 2 legs and feet, so in a marathon they could compete? When clocks tell time, why don't they all agree, but tell it according to their velocity? Do light bulbs ever wish that they were candles, and high heel shoes dream of life as sandals? Are fireflies obsessed with being stars, with longing which is similar to ours? Do windows ever wish that they were doors, and ceilings ever feel like being floors? Does a bookshelf ever long to be instead a book which is selected, held, and read? Do novels long to be turned into films, released from pages for visual realms? Do yellow traffic lights feel they're ignored, unlike the green and red that is deplored? Does orange juice wish it too could produce the tipsiness which red wine might induce? Is the time signature on a musical staff not just an instruction, but an autograph? Are phones, now used for nearly everything, nostalgic for when phones could simply ring? Exploding into being, beginning to expand, the universe unfurled, but was it planned? How is the energy from a launching rocket the cousin of current in an electric socket? As music is measured in bars that we notate, might these bars serve what may intoxicate? In each other's scintillating presence, do fireflies know of bioluminescence? May we, like photons shot through slits, behave like particles, yet also like a wave? How is it vibrations of air we sense as sound might through a thing like music so astound? You think you see yourself, a universe, but does the mirror show you in reverse? We found that gravity can give space wrinkles, so might a star be laughing when it twinkles? If we poke each other with our points of view, how can you not prick me, nor I prick you? Do colour specks speculate that they're a part of an unseen scene, a pointillist work of art? Do colour specks feel pointless not having seen? They're part of a pointillist masterpiece seen. If you catch a coldness as human race contestant, might you call for a consciousness decongestant? When warm fingers point toward the far cold moon, do you prefer to look at them, for they'll perish soon? Imperfectly perfect, do you feel you must improve, as if your worth was something you must prove? When a firm belief falls like a leaf to mud, do you look to where it fell from for a bud? Does craving for what's perfect or ideal worsen woes with which you and I deal? Since cosmically the world is like a pebble, why think it all revolves around us people? Have you said adieu, goodbye, farewell, adios, to a persistent sense of yourself as grandiose? When you cross somebody's mind, do you look both ways, to not get struck by thoughts that may amaze? Is gladness at a temperate latitude, southwest, northeast, not far from gratitude?